Hey guys, welcome to your best level. Please don't go anywhere because today we're hanging out with Coach Louie, who's going to tell us why 1 hour of boxing equals a total life reset. You don't want to miss this. Welcome to your best level podcast, everyone. Today we're joined by Coach Louie, a personal trainer, boxing coach, Muay Thai fighter, and a former Marine. He brings his passion to the Lifetime Gym, where you can find him for personal training and fitness classes. Welcome to your best level, Coach. Glad to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, Coach, why do you say that 1 hour of boxing equals a total life reset? What happens in that hour?
So, yeah, so basically, like what happens in that hour is, um, again, there's like a primal energy that takes over that we don't really get to use or channel like every single day because we all have, just like basic
We're civilized.
responsibilities. Exactly. We're way too
We can't just be going around hitting people all day.
exactly. So this is a way that you're like taking that primal energy that we all have, putting it into an activity that's in a safer environment, in an environment that you're not going to get hurt. Well, your experience may vary, of course.
Yeah.
It's more so just creating that scenario where again, like you're not getting hurt or anything like that,. But again, you're allowing your body to just feel that basic human energy that we all have in us.
Okay, this is just pure curiosity. It's
Mhm.
never happened before. But let's say, for instance, that I'm at a bar and someone comes swinging at me. What is my best defense mechanism using boxing as my foundation?
I'll be honest, your best bet is to just get out of there. Like, don't even engage with the person because obviously there's so many consequences that come with that. Either somebody's going to the hospital or somebody's catching charges or whatever the case, right? So that is like my first piece of advice. But if you
Mm.
absolutely had to defend yourself, your best bet is to kind of just be in the moment, just trusting everything that you've done leading up to that event and yeah, just trusting in your training, just trusting in your own abilities and handling the situation that you need to handle.
Okay. So, going back to the serious questions, what happens emotionally and physically and mentally during a session with you, for instance?
It really depends on the person I'm with. So if you're somebody who's never done any sort of like boxing before or anything like that, and this is like your first time doing it, I noticed there's like this like leap to the other side almost, right? Like you're taking a big jump. You're making yourself vulnerable in the sense of like, okay, like I've never done this before. I don't know what to expect. With them, I see like a lot of just like kind of almost like wide-eyed energy, just kind of like, whoa, like this is intense. Even if like nothing's happened yet, just because the name alone boxing just brings like a strong type of like energy behind it. Um, for the more experienced people that I do train, I notice it's just kind of like what you were saying before, like just like a big reset where life is just happening, responsibilities take over. You've just got all this stress, all this pent up energy, all this pent up aggression that you need to let out in a like a conducive way. I noticed there's almost like this like just like almost like a big sigh, like almost like a sigh of relief in like a physical way, just going like, okay, like I just did that for however long I was training for. Like I just did that. Like I feel good.
So, would you say that boxing clears your head in ways that other workouts don't?
In my personal experience, as of recently, yes. Now I've done bodybuilding and things like that. And I mean I still kind of somewhat do it. I don't really get that same type of feeling, at least right now, compared to like when I'm actually like hitting something.
Mhm.
Obviously, like when I first started working out, yeah, like bodybuilding felt amazing. I'm not knocking it or anything like that. But where I'm at right now, and because boxing is still more so on the newer side compared to like other things that I've done, like there's still that I don't even want to call it a rush of endorphins. It's just more so like this just peace
Mm.
that comes about where after I finish, I'm glad I did it.
Mhm. Have you ever had a client that walks in, maybe feeling broken inside, and then after the session, they just become a whole new person, or they experience what you just said, the natural high of being in the classes or on the one-on-one sessions with you? Do you ever get to see that transformation take place?
Yeah, absolutely. And it actually happened recently. Um, I won't say his name, but it's a there's a 16-year-old that I train, and his mother was telling me that he's kind of down in the dumps right now, like in life. He's struggling to make friends.
Mhm.
Just things that teenagers go through. It's
Yeah.
just kind of that the path of loneliness for the time being.
Mhm.
So he does his first half of the session is boxing, the second half of his session is weightlifting.
I love that.
And yeah,
Mhm.
recently he came up to me, and he just goes like, this has been a game changer for me, like he feels a lot more confident in himself. He says like now when he goes out swimming, he doesn't feel insecure about his body anymore.
Wow.
So honestly, it's things like that where I'm just kind of thinking to myself like, damn, like I really am like doing what my God-given gift or purpose is
Amen.
supposed to be. So regardless of like if whatever else happens, it's just like moments like that make everything that you got to go through worth it.
That's such a beautiful story. So it's safe to say that boxing helps with depression, anxiety, emotional burnout, and even confidence.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
So I was going to ask you what was your most powerful transformation, but I think you've already answered that question.
Unless I can come up with, because
No, we could leave it at that.
that's the most recent one.
What do you clients usually typically say after a very intense workout with you? Like, what are the most common reactions that you get?
Holy shit.
Was that a good one or a bad one?
In a good way, yeah.
There's different ways to express that.
There's one person that comes to mind when I say that I actually saw him today. So that's why like
Okay.
that was the first thing that came to my mind. But no, again, it goes to like the like where the energy's at. He's sitting down, there's a sigh of relief, and yeah, he just tells me, like, dear Lord, things like that, right? So yeah, I mean, unless I mean I'm sure, there's been a person here or there that has done a session with me, maybe has thought to himself, okay, maybe this isn't for me or
Mhm,
whatever, but for the most part, and the energy that I see, people really seem to be enjoying
mhm,
themselves, and there's just no better feeling than that, honestly.
mhm. Would you say that once people start taking, boxing classes or fitness classes, using boxing as the tool, would you say it becomes addictive over time?
I would say so.
Yeah,
From
why s
my from my personal experience, yeah.
why
Like,
why so, would you say?
well, it really depends on like what you're looking for, because I feel like we all have like activities that we're all just like drawn towards. Like some people
Mhm,
are more like into the arts. Other people are more so into boxing or weightlifting or whatever the case. So I think it's one of those things. Like if you try it, like there's just gonna be like this connection
mhm, mhm,
that happens like that doesn't even need any further explanation. You just know deep down you're like, this is
mhm,
for me. I want to keep going.
mhm. Um, Someone who's never boxed before or someone who's never worked out before, why should they try this?
Well, you want to at least do something because your health is the most important thing. I'm currently watching family members right now that didn't take their health seriously as far as just working out, and I mean they're paying the consequences right now. Whether it's osteoporosis, whether it's
Mhm,
they need a hip replacement, whether it's whatever the case. So it's not even that you need to do boxing or anything like that, but you need to do something.
Mhm.
whether it's lifting weights, whether you want to box or I mean, there's people in blue zones that don't touch a weight. All they do is walk and
Mhm.
live like a relatively low stress life, and they're living past 100, right? So physical activity, no matter what way, shape, or form it happens in, everybody should be doing it.
Mhm. What would you say to someone that says, "I'm not aggressive enough for boxing"?
I'm not either.
Really? Okay.
What I've learned from fighting is that for me, it only exacerbated like who I really am, like deep down.
Mhm.
So I'm not an aggressive person by nature, you know, like I'm just like the way I am now is just how I am, like
Mhm.
90% of the times.
Calm, cool, and collect.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So obviously when you're in the moment, you have to turn up the intensity a little bit, but it's not even aggression. It's more so you're treating it like a chess match because you're
Mhm.
looking for openings. You're looking for what calculated risks are worth taking versus what's not. And, you know, it's more of like a thinking man's or thinking
Mhm.
woman's type of, type of activity. Aggression, from what I've seen, it typically doesn't work well for people unless you know how to like put technique into that. But that's a
Mhm.
whole nother story. But
Mhm.
aggression, for the most part, you're you don't have to be aggressive to get started or to even have a successful um whether it's a career or just say successful workout routine with it.
Mhm. What is the one thing that boxing gives people that you would say the average person is missing today from other workouts or other activities?
I would say that what it's done for me, it's given me a sense of confidence in knowing that if things ever go in an opposite direction, then I at least know how to handle myself if it ever gets to that, God forbid. Obviously, you can lift weights, you'll get stronger and things like that, but there's no like fighting technique that comes with lifting weights, like um you'll get stronger and of course that can help, but yeah, boxing and kickboxing and all that and any type of martial art, it just gives you that almost like a sense of inner peace, just knowing that you can defend yourself, God forbid, if the situation ever
Mhm.
arises.
It sounds like, from what you're saying, that boxing does boost your confidence, your posture outside of the gym, outside of that practice.
Absolutely,
Is
yeah.
that what it is?
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Do you believe that boxing builds self-respect in addition to the confidence and the posture and all those other things that you mentioned?
Yeah, it really does. Again, I can only really speak from my personal experience because I actually haven't had any deep conversations with my clients like this. So it'd be interesting to actually get
Yeah,
their
yeah,
like perspective of it.
yeah.
But yeah, I notice, like when people know that you do some sort of like self-defense martial art, like there's like a different kind of respect that comes with it. And maybe not even so much as like if they know it, but I think it just comes from like the way that you carry yourself and the way that you walk with this confidence and maybe even like a little bit of swagger because now you've got something, you've got like a new tool in your belt, right? So
Mhm,
I think just having that inside of you just naturally projects this energy that commends or commands self-respect, not in a like domineering kind of way or anything like that, but just from like a sense of just like tranquility almost.
mhm. Most members of my audience know that I'm a professional salsa dancer. So for me, balance, grace, and coordination is a very key role, right? But also it translates to other areas of my life outside of the dance floor. And I think that if I was to try boxing, I would find similarities with the balance, rhythm, and coordination because from what I've seen, there is a little bit of that with boxing, and I wonder if I would be natural at it.
I got you. I know. Gotcha.
Um, so what would you say? Like, would you say I would be good at it because I have that foundation, or is it like, no, not really, Sharon, you're just gonna be like everybody else is gonna struggle?
It might seem crazy, but if you have a dancing background, you could actually do very well in boxing.
You guys heard that?
Careful.
I might hang up my salsa shoes.
Swapping for the cuffs.
Hey.
Now, there's a professional fighter from the Ukraine. His name is Vasily Lomachenko. And when he was in his like preteens, he was just starting boxing, but his father actually took him out of boxing and he put him in ballet. And he put him in ballet for 5 years. He didn't touch any gloves. He just danced for
Mhm.
the entire 5 years. That's
Danced.
all he did.
Wow.
All he did was ballet dancing.
Wow.
He ended up going into the Olympics, only lost like once in his amateur record.
Wow.
He had like almost 400 wins and like only one loss. Like he was just on another level. I think he won a gold medal too. But watching him in the ring, he had this footwork that nobody could emulate and nobody could
Mhm.
catch him because of the smoothness of his feet.
Wow.
And I use him as an example. Like if people are, like if they have a dancing background and they want to get into it, like you probably have the best foundation to hop in.
Wow.
Because if you're flat footed like me, you're gonna it's gonna take some time. But if you just know how to like move your feet,
What about in my case, I have really good footwork, but I have no upper body. We have a problem there too, right?
if you can learn the feet, I'm sure the hands will come just as easy. But
All
I've
right.
never seen that. But
Okay.
if you have the feet, just run away.
There you go. You can run to the furthest
Run to
corner.
safety.
Okay. So if someone watching today is feeling stuck, lost, or a bit off, what message would you give them or encouragement for them to try boxing? What would you say to that person?
Say this, like if you're feeling lost or stuck, there has to be like a change that needs to be made.
Mhm.
I know the feeling all too well, and it can be a, a dark reality knowing that it's up to you to save yourself eventually, essentially.
Mhm.
Now, for me, that was boxing because every other aspect in my life at that point in time was just down in the dumps.
Mhm.
And it took a situation that happened for me to be like, okay, like I'm really gonna take fighting seriously at this point. So I kind of had a little divine intervention. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of like
Mhm.
helped propel me in that direction. But if I can use that experience to help anybody watching this, that would just be the message in itself. Just you just have to do something.
Mhm.
Whether it's boxing, whether it's salsa, whether it's whatever it is, just get up and move. Movement is medicine.
Mhm. Mhm. What is your message to the person who's afraid to walk into the gym for the very first time?
I would say you're at an advantage only because now we have a beautiful thing called YouTube where you can start from the comfort of your own home and you don't have to feel embarrassment or anything like that. With boxing in particular, you don't even need a set of gloves to get started. You can literally
Mhm.
just put on a video, start with your hands, start with some footwork, and just pick a coach online that you feel like really resonates with you. You enjoy watching his or her videos, and you don't even have to step into a gym environment or anything like that. I would say that's a good way to get started if you're just absolutely not feeling the idea of hopping into the gym for the first time. That was me at one point, so I can empathize with how you feel. But yeah, just start off at home, watch some videos, and build up the confidence, and then eventually take your skills into a gym setting.
All right, so please finish the sentence. 1 hour of boxing can.
1 hour boxing can really change your life, as cliche as that might sound.
It's not a cliche, I get it. Yeah, it's that transformation. And I think we're all sort of in a journey that's always transforming, right? But for us, I think that, some people might find pleasure doing things. Like one of the things that you mentioned earlier that really resonated with me was that you said boxing is a way for you to really channel some of that negative energy that we hold on to or that aggression that we hold on to, which is why, like you mentioned earlier, you're calm, you're cool, you're collected because you have an outlet for that, right?
Absolutely.
For other people, it might be another form of working out, but I think boxing sometimes doesn't get enough attention, as something that is both good for the mind, the body, the spirit, and also it's a great skill to learn.
It's just it has a reputation of obviously, being maybe like a grimy activity or whatever because um I mean when you see two fighters going at it, I mean that's real life, so obviously there's nothing pretty about that. But there's now been more so of a recent wave of people just doing it more so to become fit or lose weight and just overall stay in
Mhm.
shape. You don't even have to take a hit to the head in boxing if that's not the avenue that you want to take. You can literally just use it to boost your health and just keep it at that. And
Mhm.
again, like I've said, like I have family members that weren't staying active in their lives and they're regretting it right now. So again, whether it's you want to go ahead and try boxing just for the fitness of it or any other activity, just make sure you're moving.
I want to give a big thanks to Coach Louis for joining us today. And if you're looking to level up mentally and physically, please make sure that you are following Coach Louis on Instagram. Fitness with Coach Louis. Yeah, we'll make sure we have that here on the screen below. And also make sure you are following us on Instagram and TikTok as well. The links will be in the description box below. And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like, share, and comment on this video so other people like yourselves can also benefit from this powerful conversation today. And of course, please continue to show up for yourself. And always remember that success starts with you. Thank you all for watching and being a part of this powerful conversation. If this resonated with you, please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. This is Your Best Level, where success starts with you. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. All details are in the description box below. Until next time, keep shining and keep rising.